Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, All Things Art, Eric here, and welcome back to another episode of What's New, where each month we take a look at new character files that were released. Each month, different Patreon groups will put out new characters in the form of an STL file, which is basically just a digital file that we can take to use at home on our 3D printers to print out these models. So we have the usual groups this month, B3D Zerk, Wicked, Panerello, Zez, Epic Props. Also, I have a few new groups this month. One of them is going to be Polymind Studios, and they were kind enough to offer a free giveaway. So we're doing another giveaway this month. So if you're watching right now, just drop a comment down below. Say you're interested in winning the file. We're going to be giving away this Man Thing file behind me on the screen, and I'll also put it up on the video so you can take a look. So 10 lucky people down below in the comments will win that Man Thing file by Polymind Studio. So thank you to Polymind Studio for offering that giveaway to the community. Very awesome of you. We'll take a look at their page. Also, we'll take a look at what the other groups are working on this month in the form of different characters that they put out. So let's head on over to the computer and see what is doing this month. Okay, so as mentioned, this month's giveaway is by Polymind Studio, formerly 3D Mind Studio. Their new name is Polymind Studio. But anyway, this is their Instagram page. I pulled up their Instagram page. This way we can get a look at all of their models all at once. It's easier to access. But I'm also going to leave a link on the video screen as well in the video description of their Patreon page. This way you can go check out their work, and if you're interested in becoming a member to access their files so you can download their files and print them on your 3D printer, you can do so. So I'll leave the links to their Patreon, Instagram, and any other social media that they have so you can go check them out. But anyway, they're going to be giving away this Man Thing file. We'll take a better look at him in a second, but I just want to scroll through their work just to give you a rough idea of what it is that they do. So again, these are all the characters that they've worked on over the years. We have January's Term, which is Vulture, Man Thing, as you can see, Nosferatu, really awesome model. I really like that one a lot. Mysterio, Vulture, Morbius, all different files. Let's see, some holiday files with Lobo. Let's see, what else do we have? Ghost Rider, Doctor Doom, they did a Blade. Sandman, I actually showcased that model on this channel before. Really awesome model. Who's that? We have a Moon Knight, really awesome. A Craven. So you got a lot of different characters here you can go and check out. Hawkman, Miles Morales as Spider-Man, Doctor Doom again. So go check out their page. You know, we can spend time and give everything a better look. Earthworm Jim, The Thing. So really cool. I want to show you the file that they're giving away though. So let me click on that. Actually, no, I'm going to show you the Nosferatu real quick because that's a really cool model. So this was this month also, being that we're looking at their work for this month. So this is, again, Nosferatu. This one was really popular from what I've seen online. A lot of people were really excited about this one. So let's scroll through this one real quick. Give you an idea of what it is that they do. So really nice sculpt. Really cool looking. And that's Nosferatu. That was a really popular one. So if you're interested in that one, go check out their Patreon or Gumroad page. And again, I'll leave links in the video description or as well as the comments. I'll leave it in a pinned comment, the first comment, so this way you can access it easier without going to look around everywhere for the links. So I'll leave a link to that. Let me open up the Man Thing file because they sent that to me so we can take a good look at that. So let me get that opened up and we'll take a better look at Man Thing. All right, so here's a look at the file that they're going to be giving away. This is Man Thing, and again, this was another very popular model this month. A lot of people were interested in this one, and I could see why. It looks absolutely amazing. So let's zoom in real quick to this and check this guy out. So here's a look at Man-Thing. Sculpt looks absolutely fantastic. In my opinion, this group just keeps getting better and better. So definitely keep an eye out for them and go check them out on Patreon. So really cool. Here he is from a different angle. So again, you got a lot of nice textures with also with the vines wrapping around, really nicely sculpted. Even the renders in the colored form look really cool. Personally, I would love to paint one of these. I think I might actually be painting one of these in the future for somebody. Also, if you do not own a 3D printer, my 3D printing services are open. So if you need a anything 3D printed in the future, just let me know. So here is another look from a different angle. So a lot of nice attention to detail. You got like the leaves stuck under some of the vines and growing out from him. So looks really awesome. And then I believe there's a swap out for his hand. Yeah, here we go. So you get two hands, one with the flame coming off of the hand and one without. So I kind of like it with the flame, looks really cool, but you got options for whichever one you want to print. You can have printed. So again, really cool. That was by Polymind Studio, formerly 3D Mind Studio. And I'm going to head on over to their Patreon real quick, just to show you what their Patreon page looks like. All right, and as mentioned, if you are interested in any of their files, here is their Patreon page. Again, I'll leave the link. It is Polymind Studio. And you can head on over to their Patreon page, take a look at all of the files and characters being released. Again, you got Nosferatu this month, Man-Thing, really cool Vulture file that they're working on. So you head on over to their Patreon. They'll keep you updated on new releases, what they're working on. You can give feedback. They always take feedback from the community. Any characters you're interested in having them make. There's usually like polls, what characters you want to see get done. But here's a look at Vulture currently for this month. So again, really cool by Polymind Studio. And thanks again to Polymind Studio for providing us with that giveaway to 10 lucky winners in the comments. All right, let's head on over to the other groups and see what they are working on. Okay, moving on to the other groups. Our first group that we're going to take a look at is Fandom Collectibles. They're working on an Odin model. Looks really cool. Got the hammer in the hand. So let's zoom into this one real quick and then we'll scroll through the photos. So here he is. He's got the eye patch. Got a little bit of a glow on the eye. Texture's looking really good. Got nice details throughout the belt and the armor. Textures throughout the leather looks really nice. Details on the hammer look really good. So again, this is Odin by Fandom. Here's a full look at the figure. I really like this base. So you have the option to have, I'm assuming that's Mjolnir. I'm not sure which hammer that is. It's the same hammer as Thor, but basically you have the option for the hammer to be on the base, or you can have the hammer being held in his hand. But really cool base. I like the fire elements coming out of it. This would look really cool as if you did like a light up feature on the inside and had the mouth glowing like that with an LED. I think that would look really cool. So here he is, full figure, fur on the boots. Musculature looks really nice. So let's quickly go through this one. Here he is from a different angle. Let me scroll back. So you have the option for the, that Viking Thor helmet, or you can have him without the helmet. And again, you have the option to have the hammer on the base, or you can have the hammer in the hand. And there he is, without that helmet. So looks really good. Here he is from behind. And again, you can see really nice textures on his back there, on his shirt. Muscles look really nice. Got a little bit of vein work going through the veins. So you got nice little details. Nice with the armor, like the chain link, the rings. So really cool looking. Here's a look at that back of the base. So it's got a little bit of like a glow effect to it with the paint on the colored renders. And that's definitely the way I would paint it. If I didn't do an LED light up, I would definitely do like, like that artificial lighting source to make it look like it was glowing. So really cool. This one is by Fandom Collectibles. Here are the grayscale renders, just give you a better idea. So looks really great. Always love seeing the grayscale renders. Let's zoom into this one real quick so you get a better look at those textures. Looks really nice. I really like the skin textures. Looks nice with the skin pores. Again, you got those veins running through the arms. He looks very musculature and looks like pretty badass looking to me. So I really like the way this model came out. Moving forward, the next group we're going to take a look at is Zez. I might have some upcoming stuff going on with Zez. If you haven't been following Zez, they're in the middle of, well, actually they just finished their paint contest. They held a contest for best painter, giving away some amazing prizes to the top 3 people. So I think we're going to be doing the judging and the announcement here on this channel in the future, coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, getting back to Zez, this is obviously Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I really like this one right here. It's got different swap outs for the arm. This swap out, he's holding all the bandanas from the Turtles, so I thought that was really cool, but really nice. Again, attention to detail. I like the way they designed the suit. A lot of details going on with this. So here he is from the front. We'll zoom into this. So looks really cool. Really nice looking model. So if you're interested in this one, you can head on over to Zez Studios. Always love featuring their work here on the channel. Got the Asian inspired base. Looks really nice with the woodwork. Here he is from the back side. It's got the katana blade. So if you didn't, you can have 2 options for the switch outs. I think I also have grayscale renders. So if you didn't want him having the bandanas, you can have him like this with just like the fist up in the air. That looks really cool too. Not sure which one I like better. Kind of like both, but you don't really see too many times where he's holding the bandanas of the Turtles. That's pretty badass looking, so kind of like that. Yeah, there's that other look. So you got that switch out for the arm, really nice. Let me get to the grayscale. So here's the grayscale renders. You can see these a little bit better. So I can see all the details with the different texture and, you know, what's going on within the sculpt. So look at those bandanas, shredder claw. Looks really nice. Let's just zoom in real quick on this side. Zez also started their own brand of resin. That's what you're seeing on the side here, that bottle. So again, go check out Zez Studios over on Patreon or Instagram or any one of their other social medias. Haven't tried it yet, but looks pretty cool. Really awesome that they, you know, doing their own thing with their own resin. Here's a look at that base. Looks really good. I like the textures. Looks like real wood. All right, so those were the grayscale renders. Moving on to the next group. This is going to be Iceman and Firestorm, and this one is by Epic Prop. I believe it was Epic Prop. Epic Prop was working on a lot of Spider-Man stuff, so I guess they're kind of like moving on to other things. So really love the Iceman model. I like seeing Iceman models in general because I love seeing the way people print him out with the clear resin. Looks really awesome. So yeah, you can print him with clear resin, or I kind of like the way he looks right here with that bluish, you know, kind of glow to him. So you can paint him up like that. So let's take a better look at each one of them. So here is Iceman. Really nice looking sculpt. He's got like that chiseled rock look to the sculpt, kind of like, you know, basically chiseled ice. So really nice job sculpting this. Looks really great. I like the base. Here's Firestorm, and again, this one's by Epic Prop as well. She looks pretty good. Looks like she's got a little bit of texture going on in the suit, if you can kind of see that. She looks cool. It's not one of my favorites. I think they would look cool side by side because you kind of have that fire and ice element between, you know, the balance of the, you know, the two of them. But really cool piece. More on the simple side. I'm definitely more of a fan of the Iceman model this month. Here's a better look at her face and the textures on the suit. So you got some texturing on the suit, kind of like a honeycomb pattern. Definitely see the textures within the skin pores. And yeah, she looks pretty good. Not too familiar with this version of the character, but I think she came out pretty decent. I'm definitely more of a fan of this. I think this looks really good. So really cool. Again, by Epic Prop. If you're interested in this, it comes actually with 2 swap outs. So this is the face sculpt I'm more familiar with. I usually see him sculpted with this, you know, style with the hair. So really cool. You have 2 options for the head sculpt. You got this one or the one with the hair. So nice options. So if you're interested in that, you can head on over to Epic Prop. And again, I'll leave all the links in the video description. Just head on over to the video title. Next to the video title, there'll be a More button. Click on the More button. Has all of the, you know, the links to the groups, as well as the links to contact me if you ever need anything 3D printed or painted. 3D printing, I can get to right away if you want something printed. Painting, my list is kind of full right now for a good 4 to 5 months. As of today, it's the beginning of February 2025, if you're watching this at a later time. So I'm a little jam-packed with painting. But anyway, go back real quick. These were just like work in progress photos from Epic Prop. So again, if you head on over to the Patreon, you can stay up to date with all this type of stuff. They show you updates throughout the whole process. So it's pretty cool to, you know, see them working on it and then the final result. Moving on to, who was this by? This might have been by Epic Prop as well. Let me see if they left the name anywhere. This is Ultimate Spider-Man. I'll get the name for you in a minute. If not, I'll put it up on the screen. But basically, this is a diorama with Spider-Man versus Kingpin. Really cool. Oh, yeah, it is Epic Prop. Okay, so good. Epic Prop. I think they did a few dios this month. The Iceman and Firestorm. I don't know if that was a dio or if those were individual. I'm pretty sure they're individual pieces. But yeah, you have this massive looking Kingpin beaten up. You know, the jeans are all, not jeans, but they're, you know, the dress pants are all torn up. He's got like some scars going on there. Like he was sliced open. I'm not sure by who, because I don't think Spider-Man would slice him open. Maybe by that blade on the floor there. Looks like some type of plane or helicopter. Not a helicopter, more like a small plane blade. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on in the base yet right now. We'll take a further look. But yeah, massive looking Kingpin versus Spider-Man. Looks pretty good. Let's get some different angles so we can take a look at what's going on with that base. So he's definitely a big character, big version of Kingpin versus Spider-Man. Looks really good. It's a lot of rubble on the base, fire, some type of blade. It looks like almost like a, maybe it's a blade from like a fan, you know, like those industrial size fans. That would be my first guess. Yeah, maybe like inside of like an office building, you have like, you know, those big fan blades that spin around. That would be my guess. Got some rebar sticking out, so it looks like something going on, like a building was destroyed or something. But anyway, here's the back of Kingpin. So we got some textures going on within the suit. That seam within the dress pants is a little bit on the larger side, but it's okay. He's a big character. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. It's a decent piece. It's a little new. Epic Prop, from what I remember, they usually do like a lot of darker grayscale renders. So this is very colorful, more colorful than what I'm used to seeing from them. Trying to figure out what that blade is. Here's a better look at that blade. If you have any guesses of what that blade is from, let me know. It almost looks like it's from a plane. It's either a plane or a fan. I can't tell. But anyway, it's on the base. Along with some fire. Even Spider-Man's costume is all ripped up. He's all sliced up as well, as like they both were in a knife fight or getting attacked by that blade. Maybe the blade was cutting them up. I don't know. If you look at Kingpin, he's got a few slices in his leg. And then Spider-Man's got some nice gashes in him too. So not sure what was going on in this battle. But looks like the blade on the base is winning. Anyway, just joking around. Really cool looking piece. So if you want a diorama, really nice option. Here they are, head to head. So cool, fun looking piece. Here's Spidey from the back. Man, look at, if you look at the back of where the Spidey logo is, he's really torn up back there. The whole entire costume is almost coming off of him. So lots of battle damage going on this one. There he is again. All right, let's go on to the next one. So Epic Prop. This one is really, really, really cool. This is, they're calling this the half suit Spider-Man, I believe. So again, by Epic Prop, you have half classic Spider-Man, half classic black suit Spider-Man. And there's different variations of this. You can have just the classic, or you can have just the black suit, or you can have the split. I really love the way the split looks with, you know, one side being classic and one side being all blacked out. So I have a few photos of this one. Here he is from behind. So really cool piece with the tendrils wrapping around from behind and onto the classic side of the suit. So you can kind of see the black suit's kind of wrapping around, taking over the classic side of the suit. So really cool looking piece. All right, so if you didn't want to do half and half, you have the option to do just the classic suit Spider-Man. I really like this pose for him. Looks really good. Looks pretty similar to the Spider-Man I have in my collection. So you have this option on top of, you know, simple rock rubble base with the classic suit. And then the next photo, yep, should be just the black suit. So you have different options for what you want to have printed. And yeah, all three look really cool. I think all three, you know, together would look really cool as a display. Have like the black suit, have the classic suit, and then have the split. I think that would make a really great looking display. Anyway, moving forward, this one was, how to write it down because I forget. I think I wrote it down. Yeah, this one was Felicia, Dark Stalker. It's a video game character by Capcom, and this one is by CA3D Studio. I haven't really been featuring CA3D Studio the last few months, and it's kind of because I kind of like to feature more comic book stuff, and they kind of been going more like fantasy style stuff lately. So, but I feel bad because they do such great work. I was like, all right, let me just throw in one of their things they've been working on this month. So again, this is Felicia Darkstalker. Seems to be, I know nothing about the character, but seems to be a really popular piece among collectors. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this because stuff like this might get the video taken down off of YouTube. All right, so here she is if you're interested in this. Here's a look at the full figure with the base. And again, this is based off of some video game. I think the video game is called Felicia Darkstalker, so you can go check that out. Looks like you got a cat on the base there with the logo. Here's another look at her. I'm going to quickly go through these because I'm assuming YouTube's not going to be too happy with these photos. So here is a look at her from behind. And here's a better look at that base. So interesting looking piece. I just threw it up there because it seemed to be really popular this month. So yeah, if you're into that type of stuff, go check out CA3D Studio on Patreon. All right, this one is really, really cool. This was Devastator by, who was this by? Did I write it down? I don't know if I wrote it down. I want to say, was it SuperShark that did this? Let's go through the photos. Maybe it's written down. If not, again, I'll put it up on the video. I apologize. I thought I wrote it down. But anyway, it's Devastator. Looks like you have a taxi cab on the bottom there. So kind of like a New York type scene. So let's zoom into this. I want to say this was by SuperShark, I believe. I'm almost positive this was SuperShark. So again, you have that smashed cab on the base with the fire hydrant. This is Devastator. It's pretty much a version of Doomsday in the comics from the Dark Knight Metal series. So in the Dark Knight Metal series, it's actually Batman. Batman injects himself with the Doomsday virus or the Doomsday blood, some version of, like, you know, the Doomsday DNA into Batman, and Batman becomes this big, giant, massive creature called Devastator. So that's who Devastator is. It's basically Doomsday, but it's really Batman, a version of Batman combined. So here he is from behind. I'm assuming, you know, this does not have light up features, so they're going a little, taking some, you know, artist, you know, interpretation on it with the colors. You can paint it like this to make it look like it's glowing, but definitely more going on with the colors than probably what you're going to get. That's why I always like seeing the grayscale renders. So I wish more groups would do grayscale renders also, so we can get a better look. Yeah, but going back, I'm pretty positive this was SuperShark. If it's not SuperShark, I'll put up on the video, you know, on the screen who it's by. But yeah, really cool. Again, this was Devastator. So lots going on with this piece. It's kind of busy looking with the actual concept, but yeah, it looks cool. Wish we had the grayscale renders. All right, moving forward to some better photos. This one is by Wicked. So this is another dio. A lot of dioramas going on this month. So this is Punisher versus Hulk. And again, with the renders, there's something going on with the renders. I don't know if, I'm assuming a lot of these sculptors use ZBrush. I don't know if ZBrush got a recent update, because I'm noticing a lot of the renders are starting to look a little different. We used to get a lot of grayscale renders, and now the renders are kind of looking a little bit more like bronzish with like a patina. As you can see right here, this is Wicked. Wicked always did like black and white, you know, grayscale. Now we're getting like these brownish type renders, which, I mean, I guess it's okay. I just got to get used to it. But anyway, Punisher versus Hulk. And this is by Wicked. Wicked does a lot of Marvel pieces. And then their co-joint, you know, company, you know, group, B3D Zerk, does a lot of DC. So we'll go through the Marvel stuff. So here's a look at everything from the base up to the full figure. So it's basically Punisher running away from Hulk, pointing the gun back at him. Pretty much what I would be doing if the Hulk was chasing me. So it's an interesting concept, I guess, to get both of them on the same base. This is the concept they came up with. Pretty sure Punisher would get his head torn off in 2 seconds, though. So hopefully Punisher can run very quickly. But anyway, let's take a look at what's going on with the concept. So Punisher is pointing his gun back. It looks like the Hulk's already taken a few shots to the torso. He's got some bullet holes in him, and Hulk's just coming at him like a monster. You got a speed limit sign in the background, 75 miles per hour, which would indicate they're on some type of highway. So that's kind of weird. So I don't know if I would have put 75 on the speed limit. I would have probably put more of like a street speed, maybe like 35 to 25 miles per hour would have made it a little more sense, especially with the fire hydrant there. But anyway, wherever they are, you can drive very quickly, and hopefully Punisher gets away just as fast. So moving forward, here it is again from the front. So Punisher, just for whatever, he's pointing the pistol. I think he should maybe use the machine gun against Hulk. But anyway, he's pointing the pistol at Hulk, trying to stop him. Let's see if we can zoom in what's going on. They got some writing on the bottom there. Looks like it says 100 cartridges. So I'm assuming that's like, yeah, it's a metal, you know, box of ammunition. Sorry, I can't speak. You also have the belt of ammo wrapped around the base. So again, really interesting concept. You have, it's kind of like they just threw a whole bunch of stuff on the base. I don't know if I fully love the concept. One, I don't really love the concept of Punisher fighting Hulk that close, and just pointing a gun point blank at the Hulk. I don't think that would really do anything. I think the speed limit sign is a little bit of a miss. That's definitely, they should have lowered the speed limit to make it look like it's, you know, they're in the city somewhere, you know, somewhere suburban in the streets fighting, where they most likely would be. Especially with everything going on with the base, it just would have made a little bit more sense. I mean, if you're going to have a rocky base, I don't know. All right, anyway, I'm not going to try to complain too much. If you're happy with it, that's all that matters. But anyway, let's move on to a different photo. So yeah, Hulk is going to destroy Punisher, being that close to him. But anyway, as far as the sculpt goes, Punisher looks pretty good. You got like a bearded portrait on him. I'm not sure if he comes with any switch outs. I don't think he does as far as the portrait goes. The Hulk does have a switch out though. You can go for a classic Hulk, and we'll get to that photo in a second. So again, here he is. Let's get a better look at what's going on. So as you can see, The Hulk took a few shots. He's got bullets stuck into his body, as well as a few bullet holes here and there. The sculpt itself looks pretty cool. I mean, I like the skin textures. He's got a lot of veins going on throughout his body. Take a look at the inside of that hand. Really nice the way it was sculpted. So, again, I got to get used to these brown renders. It's kind of weird. I guess it's more of like clay. They're trying to make it look like clay render. I kind of like the black and white, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. Here's a look just at Punisher by himself. So again, Wicked always does a great job at sculpting, great job at details. I think the face looks really good. I like the way it's sculpted. He's got a lot of hair. Definitely has a full head of hair. A lot of hair going on, big bushy beard. The sculpt of the Punisher shirt looks really good. Got nice textures going in there. And then you have that leather jacket, which is nice. And then on the inside of the leather jacket, you have more of like that smooth leather material. So again, nice attention to detail. Got the holster for the gun on the leg. You know, the belt full of pouches. So he's looking really cool. So that's a look at Punisher. Here he is again. Some bullets on his chest. So it looks really nice with the way the leather was sculpted. Here is Hulk. I guess they're trying to, I don't know if they're just giving us a better look at Hulk or trying to say you can display him by himself. Probably wouldn't make much sense displaying him by himself, especially with the bullet holes in his body, but maybe it's just so we can get a better look at him. So, you know, typical Hulk, got the rips in the pants there. Really nice muscle definition. Lots of veins going throughout his body. So there's a look at Hulk. Here's a better look at what's going on with that metal box. Yeah, so it looks like it says 100 cartridges. Yeah, 50 caliber, which would make sense for the bullets. Yeah, so it's basically a box of, you know, 50 caliber bullets, if I can get that out, which you can see on the base. Another look at Hulk. So we won't spend too much time on this, but yeah, you get this portrait or you can swap it out for the classic portrait. So that one, or going back to the previous photo, you can do that portrait. I think I like this one more. Not really sure. I'm actually more of a classic look for the Hulk, but I just don't think I like it the way it's sculpted here. Looks a little funny to me, but either way, you have options. Whichever Hulk version you want to print, you can have printed. Again, you'll see off to the side, it says 1/6 scale. That just means it's pre-supported for 1/6. So if you go to Wicked and download this, it will come with supports. This way you can just throw it onto the printer. You don't have to add your own supports, but you can print this in any scale. You can print this in 1/4 scale. You can print this in 1/3 scale. You can print this in 1/10 scale, whatever size you want to print this, you can have it printed. It just means it's pre-supported for 1/6. So if you see 1/6, don't get, you know, put off by the size. You can print this in any size that you want. And again, if you need anything 3D printed, feel free to contact me. All right, moving forward again with Wicked. Again, they do a lot of Marvel pieces. This one was really cool. I like this one a lot. It's definitely one of my favorites this month, besides what Polymind did with Man-Thing. I think Man-Thing was probably my favorite this month, but this is probably my second favorite. This is Agent Venom. So again, we're going to have those brownish clay scale renders. You know, I think the days of the black and white renders are over. So really cool looking model. Again, Agent Venom. It's a version of Venom with machine guns and all types of weapons. So let's go through these photos. So here's a look at the model, you know, full figure. Got this really tall base, wrapped again with, looks like 50 caliber bullets, you know, some type of machine gun bullet. You got these skeletons on the base sitting around the bottom with the military helmets on. You got Agent Venom there holding 2 machine guns and all the different, you know, spider arms, tentacles coming off of the body. Really cool looking. So definitely pretty interesting looking piece. Here's a look at the back of the base. So again, you got those skeleton dudes just sitting there, you know, with their army military helmets on, more bullets wrapped around the base. It's a lot of movement going on with those tendrils. Here's a better look at Venom. So looks really cool. Cool looking model. I'm familiar with the character. I just never read any of the comics, but I think he's definitely popular among fans. So I'm sure people are happy to see this. He looks pretty cool. Moving forward, here's another look. Get a look at those machine guns. So everything looks nicely sculpted. So again, this was by Wicked. You can head on over to Wicked's Patreon if you are interested in this model. Again, they do some fantastic work when it comes to sculpting. All right, also by Wicked, again, they're doing a lot of dios, you know, dioramas this month. This one is really cool. I really like the way this one came out. So this is Daredevil versus Elektra. And again, this is probably definitely one of my top 3 this month in terms of the way it came out and the overall concept. So we have Daredevil fighting Elektra, you know, doing their martial art moves against one another. You have the Daredevil logo on the base. So it also has a Marvel sign on top. I don't know. I guess they're trying to, I don't know. A lot of people aren't really fans of logos on the base. So with 3D printing, you know, it's something you could always remove and just fill it in. So if you're not a fan of like that logo on the bottom, scrap it, plug it up with something else, or, you know, print something else in front of it. But anyway, it looks pretty cool. Cool concept. Really excited. Daredevil is coming back on TV. I think it's on like what, Disney now, or is it back on Netflix? It was on Netflix. I'm trying to think. I think it's on Disney now, right? But anyway, I'm really excited to watch that series. So good timing releasing the model, because this will definitely, you know, drum up some hype with the TV show coming out soon. So there is a look at Daredevil. Let's see if we can get some better up close photos. 2 of them going at it. Here's a look at the back of the base. This is really cool. So you have that cathedral base, you know, church style base, which he usually has. And then you have all these creepy hands just covering his face. It looks really cool. Pretty sure I have a better photo of that. All right, here's some better up close photos. So really nice textures on Daredevil's cowl. Again, I got to get used to these brown renders. It's weird to look at. It almost looks like it's like rusted or, you know, patina, like bronzed. But yeah, I'm sure I'll eventually get used to it. It just makes everything look a little funny to me. I kind of wish it was black and gray, but anyway, that's the times we live in, you know. Computer technology is always improving, getting updated. So I'm assuming this is a new feature in ZBrush to where you can see the renders like this. But anyway, he looks really good. I really like the way Daredevil's portrait was sculpted. Looks excellent. Really like the way Elektra was sculpted. Looks excellent. If I can get past the fact that she looks bronzed. But yeah, really nice. I think she looks very pretty. And I really like the look on her, both of their faces, I should say. So here they are once again. So if you're interested in that, head on over to Wicked. And there he is, Daredevil. Again, really great job with the suit. Suit looks awesome. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, let's move on. Oh, here's a better look of those hands wrapping around his face. So that's on the back of the base, but really cool. All right, here is another Devastator. I believe we looked at one already, right? Yeah, I think we looked at one by SuperShark. This one is by B3D Zerk. With this one, you can kind of see a little bit better of what, you know, what is going on with the SuperShark one. He was kind of very busy looking. I do have one little nitpick on this one. It's not anything against the sculpt. It's more of like display options, but we'll get into that. But this is Devastator, again, a version of Batman injected with the Doomsday virus. I definitely like this concept better overall, though. So on the bottom of the base, you're going to have Superman's cape. Moving up, you know, you got all the Doomsday spikes coming out of the skin. So really nicely sculpted. Here he is from above. And speaking of above, that's my one little nitpick of this model for this month. he is tilted back looking up very high. So this is going to be one of those pieces that you're going to want to display from a lower shelf. If you have this displayed mid-level or eye level in your room, you're not going to see his face because his face is going to be staring up at the ceiling. So keep that in mind. Definitely a good piece to have lower, you know, on the bottom if you have like a bookcase or something like that, wherever you display your statues. He would be better on a bottom bookshelf. But yeah, the skin looks incredible. Again, trying to get used to these renders, but it should have that dried out elephant looking skin, which it looks like it has. Big spikes coming out of him. I like the sculpt on the face. Some better photos. He's got the shirt ripped off. Looks really nice. Nice details within the mouth. You can see like the back of his tonsils and stuff inside the mouth. So really cool looking. And here he is from the side. So yeah, he's like looking up, kind of laughing, which is cool. Here we go. So it's a cool concept, but picture this on display in your room. If you have him waist level or higher, you're not going to see his head whatsoever. So take that into consideration. If you decide to print this out, you're going to want to put him lower on towards the floor to see everything. So really cool piece. I think what you see is what you get. No switch outs or anything like that. So really nicely done. Here we go. Here's a really good look at it. So yeah, he's got a really big lean going on. But you have some type of like gargoyle base. He's like on some type of building with the ornate design architecture going around the bottom of the base. Nicely sculpted. And he's just got a big, big lean, laughing his head off look to him. So it is what it is. So as with Wicked and B3D Zerk, they always give you the option just for a bust. So here is just the bust. With the bust, he's looking forward. So that's pretty cool. So even if you did have him high on the shelf, maybe you can print the bust and have the bust next to him. This way you can kind of still see like, what the face looks like on him. So that's another idea to do something like that. Pair up the bust alongside the full figure. So we get like best of both worlds if you can't display him low. But the bust just by itself looks really cool. So always awesome that they include a bust version. These were just teasers for what's coming up. So B3D Zerk is working on Blue Beetle. So here's a look at the bust. And then again, they're going to give you a full figure. So here's the concept artwork for the full figure. Looks like it's going to be really awesome. I love the design and the concept so far. So really cool piece. And this is going to be Blue Beetle by B3D Zerk. You can head on over to their Patreon and stay up to date on the progress of this one. Also, they're working on, what was this called? Spawn, yeah, Hell's Cowboy. Sorry about that. But yeah, different take on Spawn. Pretty cool looking. I mean, it's not my personal favorite, but I've seen a few of these done before, so it must be popular. Speaking of Todd McFarlane, I'm headed to MegaCon next week. Hopefully I get a chance to meet him. It's like a lottery system just to meet the guy. But yeah, I've never met Todd McFarlane, so hopefully one day. Creator of Spawn. But yeah, concept looks really cool. I really like that base with the demons coming up like that. And the chains wrapping around the base. Kind of got like the cross made out of wood and like looks like the top of a blade handle. So interesting concept. So it's like a gunslinger cowboy version of Spawn. So yeah, that's a little teaser for what's coming up for next month probably. And then yeah, going back to Man-Thing again, this is definitely my favorite model for the month. And I'm super excited that we are giving this away to 10 people. Again, thank you so much to Polymind Studio for providing us with this giveaway. So I'll leave you guys off one more time with saying, if you would like a chance to win this file so that you can 3D print it at home or have somebody 3D print it for you, just drop a comment down below, and in about maybe like 3 to 5 days, I'll randomly select 10 people from the comments down below to receive the file. I'll send you a link to the file to where you can download it for free. So once again, thank you to Polymind Studio for providing us with that giveaway, and everybody please thank them. And please head on over to their Patreon, give them a follow. You can sign up, free or become a paid member. Paid member is obviously going to get you more perks. Same with my channel. Consider joining. You can become a paid YouTube member if you would like to. You get all different perks, early access. I also have my own Patreon as well. I'll leave the links in the video description as well as in the comments. If you head on over to my Patreon, I release early releases of videos, early looks at what I'm working on. I'll do announcements of giveaways that are coming up. So you kind of stay ahead of the game as to what's going on. Every once in a while, I will have character STL files for my Patreon members absolutely free. So please check out my Patreon page and consider becoming a member or just becoming a member here on YouTube. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Look forward to seeing what everybody comes up with for next month with, all the different groups. We do this, what's new segment every month, showcasing the new characters that the groups put out each month. So thanks for tuning in this month for this new release of characters. Please hit that like, comment down below, and please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And thanks again for watching. Tons of projects are in the works. Check out the past videos and new videos coming out very soon. Take care, guys. See you soon.